The 40 Elephants were an infamous all-female gang who operated in the Elephant and Castle area of South London from the 1870s to the 1950s, striking fear into the hearts of the city's elite of the West End. Made up of working-class women, they were masters of thieving and deception, known for shoplifting and pickpocketing skills. Alice Diamond, one of the gang's prominent leaders, was born in 1896 in the Lambeth workhouse. Her father, Thomas Diamond, a labourer with a criminal history, had been charged with larceny and assault in the past. Her mother, Mary Ann Alice Black, also struggled with poverty. Like many families of the time, the Diamonds faced financial problems. Alice had already begun her descent into crime in her early teenage years, stealing a chocolate bar, a seemingly small offence in comparison to her later antics. A number of other theft offences would follow, and in 1915, at the age of 19, the newspapers crowned her as Queen of the 40 Elephants and successor to Mary Carr, the leader. The group would disguise as upper-class women and would dress in luxurious furs and posh attire, striking a resemblance to movie stars. They blended seamlessly into high society settings, targeting posh West End department stores where they would take the finest goods. Underneath their polished appearances and fashionable clothing, the gang cleverly concealed pockets and had their clothing specially tailored, tricks that played a crucial role in their operations. Calm, calculated, and highly successful, they executed their heist with precision. A notable one being at a jewellery shop on Shaftesbury Avenue, which involved 5 members of the gang. The operation was led by both Hughes and Diamond. 2 women distracted the jeweller with purchases, while Hughes and Diamond grabbed 2 trays of diamond rings and fled in a taxi. This was a prime example of the gang's methodical approach and clever tactics. The gang didn't limit themselves to the high street shops. They went beyond this. They would pose as servants in the homes of the rich and wealthy, infiltrating their estates and blending in with the staff. They would carefully observe the habits of their employers, learning where valuables were kept. Once the house was empty, or when their targets were distracted, they would strike, taking what they wished. This document from 1923 tells us Alice's criminal history: 11 charges, most for stealing clothing and some for false pretenses. In 1926, Alice's reign over the gang began to decline. After many successful robberies, she was charged with wounding with intent, riot damage, and assault. She was sentenced to 18 months in Holloway Prison. After her release, the gang's operation significantly faded. Alice Diamond's boldness and crafty skills would live on in the history of London's criminal underworld.